My name is Rusty Abels, and I'm over the Marine Unit for the Anderson County Sheriff's Office. We got a big weekend coming up, which typically marks the beginning of the summer lake recreational season. A lot of things going on, and a lot of people on the water this weekend. The first thing that I always say when it comes to boater safety is just using plain old common sense and courtesy. There are a lot of boats on the water. You got to watch out for them. They've got to watch out for you. Make sure that you have your required by law safety equipment on board, which is a life jacket for every person on board, a fire extinguisher, a throwable flotation device, an audible warning device of some sort, whether it be a horn on the boat, or even a coach's whistle or something like that. Those things are required by law for you to have on your boat. And both DNR and Sheriff's Office will be stopping boats for the purpose of a safety inspection to make sure that you have those. And that's real important. I think on Memorial Day weekend, we'll really be spot checking a lot of vessels to make sure that they have their required equipment. Not trying to find something wrong, but just making sure that the folks have the things that they need to be safe on the water. Another tip is to always remember that when you're in the boat, you're responsible for whatever your wake does, the boat wake in the water. If it causes damage to another boat, dock, something like that, just kind of be mindful that even though you and your boat may pass another boat, dock, what have you, without incident, that your wake could cause damage. So be thinking about that. 80% of all boating accidents involve excessive alcohol use. So remember that the operator of the boat, just like in a car, 0.08 is the legal alcohol limit for the operator. They can be charged with boating under the influence, which is very similar to driving under the influence, even though it is legal to be in your boat and to be consuming alcohol. But just be careful have a designated driver is a real good idea. Also remember, alcohol dehydrates you, plus being out in the sun dehydrates you, so you need to drink plenty of water in between if you are consuming alcohol, just from a health and safety standpoint. Unless your boat is really, really old, it's equipped with a thing called a kill switch. It's very important to use that kill switch. What happens is it goes into a little thing on your boat, clips onto you somewhere, and if you fall out of the boat or you get knocked to the deck or what have you, it pulls that loose, kills the motor. I actually did a test one time, lifting the prop out as much out of the water as I could where you could see it, and timed it. It takes like 1.8 seconds when that kill switch is pulled for the prop to stop turning, which sometimes makes a big difference of whether somebody gets hit with a prop or not. It's real important if you're going to be operating a boat this weekend or anytime to be up on the rules of the road, to know how to pass, or if you're overtaking another vessel, passing in opposite directions and crossing situations, to know who has the right of way and who doesn't, the proper way of doing that. And the best thing to do is just take an online boater safety course from DNR. It's real simple. Or both DNR and the Sheriff's Office, we have pamphlets that we give out that explains all of this stuff that I'm talking about, and you just take the small pamphlet and read through it, and and see what are the proper legal and courteous things to do on the water in dealing with other boats. The best thing I can tell them, especially about small children, is wearing a life jacket. I like the Corps of Engineers' little catchphrase. It says, life jacket, the name says it all. Is a typical child, it only requires 20 seconds for them to drown. Typical adult, 60 seconds for them to drown. It can happen very quickly. And if a person, even an adult, falls off the boat, there's a big shock in that if they're not expecting it. If you're wearing the life jacket though, it's going to keep you afloat, and you might, even if you get choked up a little bit on the water, everybody in the boat can pull you back in. This is really, really important children tend to panic even quicker and more than adults do. For small children, you know, make them wear that life jacket. And there's all kinds of types that are out now, from vests, you know, they don't necessarily have to wear the big orange horse collar that's kind of cumbersome and uncomfortable. They make ski vest type life jackets that fit little small children, you know, 1 to 2 years of age, even infants for that matter. And if they've got those on and they would accidentally go into the water, they're going to float. Most of those will also turn them and float them face up. So it keeps them from panicking because they're floating, they can see the surface, and it keeps them from going underwater, more important.